everyone's here, and now he learns us to paint, yes.
Welcome, miniature fans. Today we have the Gargantuan White Dragon. This is from the Pathfinder Battle series by WizKids games. And today I'll be showing you how I paint white on my dragons. It's a very simple process, but we'll go through that together to show you how it gets done. So I'll get this out of the box and we shall make a start. Okay, so here is the white dragon close up. It's a very nice looking dragon. The first thing we need to do is have a primer coat. Now these dragons all come pre-primed, so it's not a primer coat to protect the plastic to make it easier for painting. It's for my white shade, how I want to do my white effects. Now I will be painting the whole miniature in a medium sea grey by Vallejo. This is everywhere, the whole thing. And then secondly, we'll be going over dry brushing with silver grey from Vallejo, and of course we'll have our white. We've also got an ink wash. This is a grey ink wash and we'll be using that later. And of course I already got my classic black for painting in all the claws and all the dark areas later on. So the main thing now is to get this grey primer on all my dragons. Now I have 3 of these to paint today, so nice awesome day of painting dragons. I'll come back once I have added all this grey primer, and then I will go through the dry brushing process of how I produce the white effects for the dragon and build up the skin. Okay, so we've got a nice even grey primer over all our dragons. Now what we're going to do now is we've got the silver grey and the white, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to time lapse this part of the video so you can see me dry brushing the whole miniature, working from the silver grey to the white to bring out those highlights. So here we go. Okay, so let me show you what we've got up to. So this was our very first dry brushing, and this was using the silver grey, and we dry brushed the whole miniature with a nice strong dry brush over the whole of the dragon. And what I've done now is I have dry brushed my white over that dragon using the Vallejo white. Absolutely beautiful. And then what we do for the final touch is we go over the whole dragon with our grey wash, and that's all our skin. Nicely done. And the very last thing we do with this skin now is we go back over with a tiny bit of white dry brushing on the highest areas, and that's all there is to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint in all the claws and get the whole dragon finished off so we can see the finished miniature, and I'll go over on any hints and tips that I can show you on the way. Okay, we're coming along very nicely now with these dragons. I've added some red from Vallejo into the mouths. I've also added some sand to the base and painted some brown onto the base. And that's all ready for dry brushing once that's dried completely. Now, moving on from the dragon, what we've done next is we've got some black from Vallejo, and I've started to go over all the claws, over the wings and on the back of the wings, as you can see. Absolutely fantastic. Now all I need to do is paint in the eyes with white, give them a little yellow ink wash, and then I will add a little black stripe to the eye, and they'll be done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to completely finish these dragons, finish off the base, and I'll come back and explain a little more what's been going on. I'll just add in the finishing touches now, and what I've got here is I've got some mixture which I've made using some leaves. Now you've got a leaf cutter from Green Stuff World, and I've cut up all the little leaves and added them with some flocking and given them a nice little mix, given them a nice autumny mix. And all I've done there is I've added some PVA glue to the base and stuck all that flocking and those leaves to the base, and it gives a fantastic effect. So I'll show you the finished miniatures. So here is our finished WizKids White Dragon. Absolutely fantastic. And it was quite a simple paint. This is how I paint my white on all my dragons. So just to recap, we started with a grey primer. We added a cream and then worked our way onto white. So we gradients of colours going into that lovely white finish, all by dry brushing, and then finally after that we added that grey ink wash, and then just dry brushed over the highest areas with our white again, just to emphasize some parts of the dragon and bring out some more white flavors all over the dragon. And it came out fantastic, and it looks beautiful and very to my standard acceptable for your tabletop. So there we are. If you enjoy what I'm doing, then please hit that sub button. If you want to support the channel, then please become my patron. I have a private patron Discord channel, and you can join me there. And I'm there 24/7, and there's over 100 Goblin patrons in the Discord channel for you to talk to, and there's games and all sorts going on. So please pop on over and take a look. Now, until next time.
Clean your paintbrushes, prime your models, and join more